Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So good afternoon, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Got a pretty big decode for you here. U.S. reports cases of new COVID variant NB.1.8.1 behind surge in China. So we'll give it a few minutes, wait for a few people to jump in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hey Nikki, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hey Mom, love you too. Good to see you. Guys, let me know, is the sound okay? Any choppiness or issues with the sound besides the fan in the background? Let me know. Hey Monique, how you doing? Whoops. Hey Jacqueline. Hey Mario. Monique said she hit the like button and it's still at 0 likes. I'm seeing 12 likes on my end. Are you guys having any issue hitting the like? But yes, please do me a favor. When you guys come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Helps out the algorithm and helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. Hey Wellness Warriors, how you doing? Hey See the Future. Hey William. Much love, everyone. Yeah, thank you guys for all the prayers last night. I did go to the emergency room last night, and long story short, I swallowed a small steak bone, and I was having trouble breathing, so I was worried that it might have been stuck, and they did an x-ray and a scan, and thank God it was not stuck, but they said the bone going down could have caused some inflammation, which made it harder to breathe. So I'm good to go. I'm actually breathing much better today, and looks like that's behind us. So thank you guys for the prayers. I really appreciate it, and I'm so glad to be back here, getting back to work. Hey Margaret. Hey J Bond. So it's showing 0 likes on your end. I don't know if you guys can see the likes or not, but Jacqueline says there's also 0 likes there. My end is showing 24 likes, so I'm not sure what that's about. Can you guys let me know? Are you seeing 0 likes on your end? Jacqueline says still at 0. William says 3 where he's at. Someone says 10 likes. Mine says 27. So I'm not sure if that matters, but we're gonna keep going either way. Yeah, do a refresh. Yeah, that's what it is, guys. Yeah, that happens. I forgot. Yeah, if you go back out and come back in, just like exit the video and then come back in, it should show you the current number. Go ahead and try that, Jacqueline and Monique. Let me know if the number changes. You guys were here early, so it's probably stuck at the same number of likes when you came in. I noticed that with me lately. Like yesterday, I was watching Cody's live stream, and it said like a certain number of likes, and then I went out, and then I came back in, and the number went way up. So that's all you have to do. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get started. All right, I got a crazy decode for you here about the new COVID variant, And also, we're going to cover the San Diego plane crash that happened the other day, too. All right, guys, here we go. All right, guys, just give me a second to get all set up. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. All right, this is a big one. If you're new to this channel, you're gonna learn a lot of information today, okay? Here we go. U.S. reports cases of new COVID variant NB.1.8.1 behind surge in China. This article from May 23rd. All right, guys. We're going to break this down all by the numbers using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. Well, guys, if you're new here, the biggest number I talk about in connection to COVID for the last 5 years has been the number 222. Okay? So what are the odds that we get this news about a new COVID variant on May 23rd, the day leaving 222 days left in the year? Are you kidding me? Now, why is the number 222 so important to COVID? Well, grab your popcorn because I got a lot to say about COVID and the number 222. So we get this news about a new COVID variant on May 23rd, the day leaving 222 days left in the year. 222. Well, in gematria, Wuhan coronavirus equals 222, and that's what they called it in the very beginning. You remember? Wuhan coronavirus 222. The name of the pandemic simulation, Event 201, equals 222. World Economic Forum equals 222. Mandatory vaccination equals 222. COVID vaccines equals 222. Vaccine cards 222. As above, so below 222. Order out of chaos equals 222. The Beast of Revelation equals 222. Antichrist system is 222. And the Antichrist Barack Obama equals 222. Wait till you see how many days it was from Obama's birthday when he tested positive for COVID. I'll just tell you, it was 222 days from his birthday. Okay? So that's the first slide here. It's by far the biggest number we talk about on this channel, and it's by far the biggest number connected to COVID, the number 222. And we get this news. U.S. reports cases of new COVID variant on May 23rd, 222 days left in the year. Unbelievable, right? Well, what if I told you that COVID was declared a pandemic March 11th, 2020. And March 11th, 2020 was exactly 222 months and 0 days after 9/11. So, what are the two biggest, events over the last 25 years? Would it be COVID and 9/11? Definitely, right? So you're telling me the two biggest events in the last 25 years, they were separated by 222 months and 0 days. What are the odds? Did the world change on 9/11? Yep. Did the world change when COVID was declared a pandemic? Yep. So what are the odds that those 2 days are separated by 222 months? Former President Barack Obama tests positive for COVID-19. March 13th, 2022. His birthday is August 4th. So Obama tested positive for COVID 222 days after his birthday. Can you believe that? It was also in the year 2022, which is 222 when you drop the 0. So we're only, what, 1, 2, 3, we're only 3 slides into this, and it's already too much to be a coincidence. Okay? On top of all the gematria we already talked about, the word beast is also 222, like the beast of Revelation, Antichrist system, the Antichrist, Barack Obama, 222. And he tested positive for COVID 222 days after his birthday. Well, on March 13th, 2020, COVID was declared a national emergency. And that was 222 days after Obama's birthday. Remember, it was declared a pandemic March 11th, 2020. That was 222 months from 9/11. And then March 13th, 2020, it was declared a national emergency 222 days from Obama's birthday. All right? Now, before we get to the next point, I want to talk about another pandemic simulation that they had called Preparing for Disease X. All right? And just real quick, I want to show you how this connects to Obama also. So, Preparing for Disease X, hosted by the World Economic Forum, January 17th, 2024, with fresh warnings from the World Health Organization that an unknown disease X could result in 20 times more fatalities than the coronavirus pandemic. What novel efforts are needed to prepare healthcare system for the multiple challenges ahead? So, check this out. The World Economic Forum, the same people who did Event 201, right? They put on Preparing for Disease X, guys. It was on January 17th, 2024. It was exactly 201 weeks and 0 days after COVID was declared a pandemic. Event 201, in partnership with the World Economic Forum. Okay? So the same people who did Event 201 did Preparing for Disease X. And they did it exactly 201 weeks after COVID was declared a pandemic. Is that the biggest coincidence of all time? William Henry Gates equals 201. That's the full name of Bill, right? Bill Gates, all right? Anyways, his full name, William Henry Gates, 201. The Pope, who was alive during Preparing for Disease X and Event 201, was Jorge Mario Bergoglio. That's the full name of Pope Francis, which equals 201. Remember, Pope Francis lived in suite number 201 at the Domus Sancti Marte, which equaled 201. Remember, the Georgia Guidestones went down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. The Pope died 201 days from the death anniversary of St. Francis of Assisi, who he got his name from. Ignatius of Loyola, 201. That's the founder of the Jesuit order. The Jesuit order equals 201. That old serpent, 201. The Vatican shaped like a serpent, right? Well, what if I told you Preparing for Disease X was also held 201 days before Barack Obama's birthday? So you're telling me it was held exactly 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic and 201 days before Obama's birthday? What are the odds of that? Don't forget, Event 201 was held on 10/18. Like Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barack means lightning. Bama means the heights. So Barack Obama means lightning from the heights. Like Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Hey, look, it's 222. How about that? Also in Gematria, King of Babylon, Barack Obama, equals 201. The son of perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, equals 201. All right, but long story short, Preparing for Disease X held 201 days before Obama's birthday and also 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic. The same people who did Preparing for Disease X did Event 201, which is the World Economic Forum. And back to the list, look. Event 201, 222, World Economic Forum, 222. All right, and again, Obama tested positive 222 days from his birthday, and it was declared a national emergency 222 days from his birthday. For the new people who are just coming in, why are we talking about the number 222 again? Well, the U.S. reports cases of new COVID variant NB.1.8.1 behind surge in China. We got this news May 23rd, 222 days left in the year. Like Wuhan coronavirus, Event 201, COVID vaccines, the whole list, right? COVID declared a pandemic 222 months after 9/11. Obama tested positive 222 days from his birthday, declared a national emergency 222 days from Obama's birthday. Now, notice the COVID variant is NB.1.8.1. Well, isn't that fitting? Because Obama's full name, Barack Hussein Obama II, is 181, and Barack Obama is 181. So we got the 181 connected to Obama, and we got the 222 connected to Obama. This news on the day leaving 222 days left in the year. How about when the mayor of New York, Mayor Eric Adams, he tested positive for COVID April 10th, 2022, which was 222 days after his birthday. See, his birthday September 1st? Yeah. New York equals 222. So the mayor of New York tested positive for COVID 222 days from his birthday. Now, let's talk about 222 and Trump. Because, Trump calls himself the father of the vaccine, right? Well, did you know on January 21st, 2020, the U.S. reported its first known case of the 2019 novel coronavirus circulating in China, saying a Washington state resident who had returned the previous week from the outbreak's epicenter was hospitalized near Seattle. We got that news January 21st, 2020. That was 222 days after Trump's birthday while he was president, the father of the vaccine. In gematria, Donald John Trump Sr. equals 222, Trump equals 222, Trump Organization equals 222 on top of all the gematria we've already talked about. Well, what if I told you that Trump just won the election on November 5th, 2024, 222 days before his birthday? Again, Trump, Donald John Trump Sr. and Trump Organization, 222. But what are the odds of that? After all the years of talking about Trump and the number 222, he just happened to win the election 222 days before his birthday. How about this one? There was a 222-page lawsuit against the Trump Organization. See right here, Donald Trump fraud lawsuit. Read the blockbuster 222-page filing. Trump takes the stand in civil trial stemming from New York Attorney General Letitia James' lawsuit. So Trump took the stand in this 222-page lawsuit on November 6, 2023. That was 222 days before Trump's birthday. In a 222-page lawsuit. What are the odds? I mean, wow, this is pretty undeniable stuff, don't you think? How about this one? On the anniversary of COVID being declared a pandemic, it was March 11th, 2025, the anniversary of COVID being declared a pandemic, it says Trump says he's buying a Tesla to support Musk after stock price plunges. So he bought a Tesla to help the stock price of Tesla on the anniversary of COVID being declared a pandemic. Look at the stock price on the day that he bought the Tesla. This is what it opened at. As of Tuesday, March 11, 2025, Tesla stock is trading at $222 a share. 222. Can you believe it? On the anniversary of COVID being declared a pandemic. Wow. How about this? Donald Trump's sister died November 13th, 2023. That was 222 days after her birthday. So Trump's sister died 222 days after her birthday. If you think that's a coincidence, Ivana Trump died July 14th, 2022. She died 222 days before her birthday. And Ivana equals 222, like Trump is 222. I mean, come on now. That's a lot to be a coincidence. And also, I just want to remind you, don't forget about the other pandemic simulation. We talked about Event 201. We talked about preparing for Disease X. Don't forget about Clade X. The Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security hosted the Clade X Pandemic Tabletop Exercise May 15th, 2018 in Washington, D.C. The purpose of the exercise was to illustrate high-level strategic decisions and policies that the United States and the world will need to pursue in order to prevent a pandemic or diminish its consequences should prevention fail. So you're telling me they had a pandemic simulation May 15th, 2018, and when was COVID declared a pandemic? March 11th, 2020. That means they had a pandemic simulation exactly 666 days before COVID was declared a pandemic. And don't forget, the word vaccination equals 666. So, for all of that to be a coincidence, it's mathematically impossible, just so you know. All right, guys, that is it for this one. But don't go away yet. We're going to talk about the San Diego plane crash. But if anybody would like to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. And thank you to everyone who does support. You guys are amazing. All right, we'll come back to this after the San Diego plane crash for people that came in late. We'll do a quick recap on it. But yeah, let's talk about this plane crash in San Diego. It's been a minute since I did a plane crash decode. You guys know I did about 20 of them there in a short amount of time. Hey, Decoding with Cody. Much love, brother. Don't worry if you're late. I will recap as always. And thank you, bro, for the prayers. And everybody else, I appreciate it. Again, if you didn't know, I went to the hospital last night. I accidentally swallowed a small bone, and then I was having trouble breathing. Thank God the bone was not stuck, but they said going down it might have caused some inflammation, which made it harder to breathe. So thank God all is well. And again, thank you everyone for the prayers. Okay, guys, Cody did a great decode on this yesterday. I'm actually going to talk about a couple finds Cody found too. So you're just in time, Cody. San Diego plane crash into military housing leaves at least 2 dead, multiple people injured, police say. And this news was on May 22nd. Now, they updated the number to 6 people, right? 6 people in San Diego plane crash confirmed dead, all right? So here we go. So the first thing to point out here, this plane crash happened in San Diego on May 22nd, which was day number 142 of the year. Well, that's fitting because in Gematria, San Diego equals 142. I mean, what a perfect day for news out of San Diego. Day number 142 of the year, San Diego 142. Well, also, you know, San Diego's in California. The governor of California is Gavin Newsom. And Gavin Newsom's birthday is October 10th. We got this news 142 days before the governor's birthday. His name is Gavin Newsom, which equals 142. Like San Diego 142 on day number 142 of the year. News about a plane on May 22nd, the day leaving 223 days left in the year. In Gematria, plane equals 223. San Diego equals 43. Plane crash equals 43. The drummer from the band The Devil Wears Prada was killed. Notice drummer is 43, like killing, Masonic, Freemasons, they're all 43. And then down here it says the San Diego Police Department has issued evacuations for Salmon, Sample, and Sculpin Streets. Miller Elementary School at 4343 Shield Street is currently serving as an evacuation site. So they got the 4343 right there, when San Diego and Plane Crash and Drummer, they're all 43. So San Diego was founded on July 16th, and it was officially incorporated as a city on March 27th. So this plane crash was on May 22nd. It was 56 days before the anniversary of San Diego being founded, and it was 56 days after the anniversary of San Diego officially being incorporated as a city. So you got the double 56. Well, that's fitting because plane crash equals 56. It was a Cessna airplane, which equals 56. Like Freemasons, Masonic Ritual, Society of Jesus, that's the Jesuits, they're all 56. It crashed in the Murphy Canyon neighborhood. Murphy Canyon is 173, like plane crash is 173. Now here's where we start connecting it to Satan. So it was a Cessna 550. You drop the 0, you got the 55, right? Satan equals 55. Hey Travis, much love, brother. And back to the 223. Remember, this happened on the day leaving 223 days left in the year. Plane 223. The synagogue of Satan is also 223. Now, on top of those connections to Satan, this happened in San Diego, which is a perfect match to Lucifer in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers, and also killing. San Diego is 74, 38, 43. Killing and Lucifer are 74, 38, 43. Okay? How about that? San Diego equals Lucifer. And also, the drummer, look at this. The drummer from the band The Devil Wears Prada, Daniel Williams, killed in San Diego plane crash. And what's crazy, we actually found this out later. We were already connecting it to Satan before this news came out. So this was a big confirmation. But yes, The Devil Wears Prada, drummer, Daniel Williams, killed in San Diego plane crash. Look, drummer is 38 and 43, like San Diego is 38 and 43, killing 38, 43, Lucifer 38, 43. And here's probably one of the biggest connections to this whole thing. And shout out to Truth Seeker. He was the first person that I saw point this out. And yeah, big shout out to him. Look at this, guys. Look at the tail number of this airplane. The tail number of the airplane, N666DS. Now, you can't tell me that's a coincidence when San Diego equals Lucifer, and the guy was with the band The Devil Wears Prada, and the tail number has 666 in it. It's too much. It's absolutely undeniable. So that's just crazy. Tail number N666DS. And here he is throwing up the devil horns. Right? And this is supposed to be some type of Christian band. It says The Devil Wears Prada is considered a Christian metalcore band. Right? They have been identified as a Christian band since their formation in 2005. So why is he throwing up the devil horns there? Right? Now also, the other famous person who was killed in the crash was an agent named Dave Shapiro. All right, Dave Shapiro has the 62, like Daniel Williams is 62, and Sacrifice is 62. So they both have the 62 like Sacrifice. Also, San Diego equals 206, like Sacrifice is 206. Shout out to Cody on this one. I didn't catch this part, but Cody did. The plane crash was 162 days after the birthday of the drummer, Daniel Williams, his birthday December 12th. So 162 days after his birthday, he died in San Diego, California, which equals 162. And then also this part is from Cody. This was a great find. It says the drummer's birthday is December 12th, 1985. Well, what happened on December 12th, 1985? Aero Air Flight 1285R was an international charter flight carrying U.S. Army personnel from Cairo, Egypt, to their home base in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, via Cologne, West Germany, and Gander, Newfoundland. On the morning of Thursday, December 12th, 1985, the same day this guy was born, shortly after takeoff from Canada's Gander International Airport en route to Fort Campbell, the McDonnell Douglas DC-8 serving the flight stalled, crashed, and burned about half a mile from the runway, killing all 248 passengers and 8 crew members on board. As of 2025, it is the deadliest aviation accident to occur on Canadian soil. All right? At the time of the crash, it was the deadliest aviation accident involving a DC-8. Its death toll was surpassed by the crash of Nigeria Airways Flight 2120 nearly 6 years later. Okay, so we have this major important crash with U.S. Army personnel. All right, this is a military flight, right? And it happened on the same day this guy was born. How does that connect to this story? Whoops. The plane crashed. Here, let me just read it. 6 presumed killed when small plane crashes into military homes in San Diego's Murphy Canyon neighborhood. All right? It was military homes. Okay? I feel like I forgot a slide here. Yeah, I didn't talk about the 83s. I don't know how I did that. Here, I'll just type it out for you. I'm pretty sure I remember. But yeah, great catch there by Cody. Now, before we talk about the 222 connection, I don't know how I missed a slide, but here. I will just type it out for you guys. I'm trying to think. Hopefully I didn't miss anything else. I have absolutely no idea how I missed a slide. Oh well. Okay, so it was military housing. That it crashed into, which is 83. The Devil Wears Prada is also 83 in that same cipher. And I hope I didn't miss anything else. It's okay. Also, Murder, 83, and Devil is also 83. And it's got devil in the name. So that's also worth mentioning. The Devil Wears Prada, 83. Military housing, 83. Devil, 83. Murder, 83. All right, let's talk about the number 222. Because as you guys know, or some of you new people might not know this, but all the plane crash decodes I did, most of them were connected to the number 222. And of course, this has a 222 connection. Dave Shapiro, Sound Talent Group co-founder and music agent, dies in San Diego plane crash. So he's the co-founder of Sound Talent Group, which equals 222, like order out of chaos, 222. All right, and let me show you what I mean about the planes being connected to the 222. We had the Azerbaijan Airlines plane crash in Kazakhstan. That was on December 25th. The leader of Kazakhstan, his birthday is, the president of Kazakhstan, his birthday is May 17th. This happened 222 days after his birthday. All right, and in Gematria, let me zoom in for you. See how it happened 222 days after his birthday? Azerbaijan Airlines plane equals 222. It also happened 222 days before Obama's birthday. Remember the plane crash in the Philadelphia neighborhood, which happened January 31st? That was 222 days before the mayor's birthday. And remember, everyone on the plane was from Mexico. And the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, her birthday is June 24th. So this happened 222 days after the Mexican president's birthday. So 222 days before the mayor's birthday, 222 days after the president's birthday. And remember, one of the girls on the plane was staying at Shriners Hospital, which equals 222. And then it was too much to get into, but we connected it to the Eagles and the Super Bowl with all the 222s and stuff. I don't have every example right now, just a few of them. Passengers on Houston to New York United Airlines flight evacuated after plane catches fire on runway. That was February 2nd, including the end date. That was 222 days from 9/11, another plane disaster day, right? And this plane was headed to New York, right? United Airlines flight equals 222. It was headed to New York, New York, 222. And we got this news on February 2nd, which equals 222. How about the movie 222, about a near plane collision? The movie that takes place at the John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York. And the movie, right, is set in New York, New York, which equals 222. Plane collision equals 222. Plane, and by the way, the plane in that movie, 222, I think I remember correctly, it was coming from O'Hare. And O'Hare equals 222. And we had this plane collide with an aircraft tug at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. And that happened February 1st. That was 222 days from 9/11. And remember, Obama's from Chicago. That's where he got his political career started, right? Well, he's technically from Hawaii, or is he, right? But he got his political career started in Chicago. So that's the connection. Anyways, the Antichrist, Barack Obama, 222. Not only that, this was at O'Hare, right? And O'Hare equals 222. And the birthday, it's a little bit fuzzy. Let me type it in here. Edward O'Hare. Edward O'Hare. All right, this is who the airport's named after. Edward Henry O'Hare. You see his birthday, March 13th? All right, so his birthday and Obama's birthday are separated by 222 days. O'Hare equals 222 like beast, 222. Then we had the plane collision with the Japan Airlines and the Delta Airlines, right? That was in Seattle. Plane collision 222, Japan Airlines 222, Delta Airlines 222. All right, that's pretty much it. But yeah, if you're wondering why we were talking about the planes and the 222 again, the agent was the co-founder of Sound Talent Group, which equals 222. All right, let me go back to the coronavirus news. I still keep thinking about that slide I missed. I keep thinking I might have missed something else, but oh well. But yeah, if you're just coming in, also if you're just coming in, please hit the like button, very much appreciated. But here you go. This is the big news. U.S. reports cases of new COVID variant NB.1.8.1 behind surge in China. And we got this news May 23rd. May 23rd, the day leaving 222 days left in the year. Like Wuhan coronavirus, mandatory vaccination, COVID vaccines, vaccine cards, Event 201, World Economic Forum, the Beast of Revelation, Antichrist system, the Antichrist, Barack Obama, they're all 222. COVID was declared a pandemic March 11th, 2020. That was exactly 222 months after 9/11. Barack Obama tested positive for COVID in 2022, which is 222. He tested positive 222 days after his birthday. What are the odds? And the word beast is also 222. COVID was declared a national emergency March 13th, 2020. That was 222 days from Obama's birthday. And then since we're still talking about Obama, we had Preparing for Disease X, another pandemic simulation held January 17th, 2024. That was 201 days before Obama's birthday, like Event 201. King of Babylon, Barack Obama, 201. The Son of Perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, 201. And then if you think that's a coincidence, it was also held exactly 201 weeks after COVID was declared a pandemic. The same people who did Preparing for Disease X did Event 201, the World Economic Forum. William Henry Gates, 201, the full name of the Pope who was alive during Preparing for Disease X and Event 201, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201, who lived in suite number 201 at the Doma Sancte Marte, 201. The Georgia Guidestones went down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. Remember, the Pope also died 201 days from the death anniversary of St. Francis of Assisi, who he got his name from. Ignatius of Loyola, 201, that's the founder of the Jesuit Order. The Jesuit Order, 201, that old serpent, 201. The Vatican shaped like a serpent. All right, so anyways, there's that. And look, it's NB.1.8.1, Barack Hussein Obama II, his full name, 181, Barack Obama, 181. The new variant, NB.1.8.1. The mayor of New York, New York, 222. He tested positive for COVID April 10th, 2022, 222 days after his birthday. Donald Trump, the father of the vaccine, his birthday June 14th, the first U.S. case of COVID, January 21st, 2020. That was 222 days after Trump's birthday. Donald John Trump Sr., 222. Trump, 222. Trump Organization, 222. Trump just won the election 222 days before his birthday. There was a 222-page lawsuit where Trump took the stand 222 days before his birthday. On March 13th, March 11th, 2025. March 11th, 2025, the anniversary of COVID being declared a pandemic, Donald Trump bought a Tesla to help the stock price of Tesla. And that morning, the stock opened at $222 a share. Donald Trump's sister died 222 days after her birthday. And Ivana Trump died 222 days before her birthday. Ivana equals 222, Trump equals 222. And don't forget, COVID was declared a pandemic March 11th, 2020. That was exactly 666 days after the Clade X pandemic simulation, May 15th, 2018. And again, if anybody would like to support, here's how you can do so. Thank you so much to everyone who does support. You guys are awesome. All right, guys, I think that's it. Covered the 83, where I forgot the slide. Still wondering what else I could have missed, but sometimes that happens. You forget to upload a slide. All right, let me turn this around. All right, guys, what do you think? Is it all a coincidence, or are they doing things by the numbers? Hey Samantha, See the Future, Margaret, Bones, Nikki, Brent, Pamela, Gene Splice, much love. Hey Cable X. Hey Patrick. Hey Cody. But yeah, that's what I got for you. Anybody got anything that I might have missed? Let me know. Also check out Cody's video from yesterday. He did a great video on the plane crash. Hey Gracie, hey Ken, hey Eve. Much love, everyone. Hey Truth Matters 222, good to see you. Alright guys, well, I'll leave it there for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Pretty undeniable stuff going back 5 years now. So we're still at it, 5 years later. If you're new here, we're on channel number 14. We've done over 10,000 videos, and we're still going. So hopefully not much longer. I am so ready for Jesus to come and this beast system to be destroyed. I can't wait. So hopefully not much longer, but until that day, I'll keep doing it. It doesn't matter how many channels I have to go through. We'll keep going. All right, guys. Well, thank you for, yeah, we did a decode on the day the music died. Yep, you can find them on this channel for sure. Just go to the live section, and you'll see them. But yeah, there were big connections between that and the Super Bowl and all that. So, yes, definitely did decodes on that. Me and Cody talked about it a lot. But anyways, guys, thank you for being here today. Thank you for being part of the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please do me a favor on the way out. Please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.